everyone? Welcome to ShutlipsTV. I'm Alamide Salau, better picking with better voice. You know, since 2009, there's been a tug of war between the federal government and the Academic Staff Union of Universities over a signed agreement centered on salary structure and payments, earned academic allowance, academic autonomy and freedom, as well as university funding. But 13 years after, this 2009 deal has still been an issue, and it has forced a repeated signed agreement in 2013, 2017, 2019, 2020, and now 2022. The question running through the minds of many is, will this feud ever end? Today we'll be asking Nigerians the question of the day. Do you think federal government and ASUU will ever reconcile their problem? Do you think federal government and ASUU will ever reconcile their problem? Join me as we listen to the replies of Nigerians on the question of today. Let's do this. Do you think federal government and ASUU will ever resolve or reconcile their problem?
I don't think, because right now we don't have government in this country. Everybody are just doing what they like. So I don't believe they can resolve that between themselves. So it's very, very difficult. I don't know, maybe later they can sit one-on-one and discuss about this. But right now, you know, what is going on right now is they're all about election. They're all about election. They want people to come after them to vote for them. So now we don't have government. So ASUU, they should think very well what to do. I will advise them to just resolve this between themselves, not depending on government, because we don't have government in this country. So that's what I have all to say.
All right. Thank you very much.
I don't think that will be soon now.
Okay.
Because the ASUU strike have started since then, but nothing is being said about it, so I don't know. And for now, all the federal government have focused on the election. Nobody is serious concerning the ASUU strike, so I don't think that will be possible for now. Well, we never can tell. Anything can still happen. So, for my opinion, that will still have to, because the federal government is really focused on the forthcoming elections.
I don't think so, because the problem has been on for long. You have been seeing an epileptic government educational system that has failed, and I don't think they can resolve that problem, because what they are demanding from the federal government, they cannot do it. In terms of, I think they're asking of salaries, yes. They should increase their salary. Yes. I don't think they can be able to increase the salary, because we don't have a government that works. Yes, so I think that's one of the reasons.
I believe they can, because following the issue of ASUU strike repeatedly, and the government, they will call meeting, they will sit indoors, and probably after a year or less than that, they will also go on strike. It means there is something that is not correct. Something is not straight. So I believe when the government starts doing what they promise, ASUU people, they are not mad. When they meet up to expectation, I don't think they just love going out on strike and putting the students in jeopardy and all of that. So I believe when the government starts meeting up expectations and all of that, they can be able to settle that.
I don't think so.
Okay.
And my saying so is regarding the situation we have now, as in the way Nigeria is now.
Okay.
Being as in the political realm, you understand, a lot of things are happening. Different people have different interests. So, and looking at resolution now, I don't think it's possible. Maybe on the long run, but as it is now, I don't think it will be resolved.
Yes, of course. I think they will resolve the problem, because even now they are on the matter now. They are still on the matter, but the matter have not been resolved. But the two parties are still trying to settle the matter about the money they requested for. I blame the Nigerian Student Association, because I could remember before, in the olden times, during our time by then, when there is strike like this, the students supposed to rise up and fight for themselves, because nowadays the students of nowadays, they are afraid. They don't want to come out. If they do like other students people before, they will gather themselves, they will go to airport, block the major road, before you know, the federal government will rise up and do what they want to do. Why this thing is still delayed? Because the students are less concerned. Some of them now stay at home, do different type of things, Yahoo business, different type of things. No one want to go and gather themselves and protest. If they can be able to go something like Tomeland Bridge, or go to the airport, go to major road or major airport and block it and say no, we want federal government to settle ASUU. Before God and man, let me tell you, within a short of 1 week, 2 weeks, they will settle immediately. Federal government will pay all what they need. But the students now, they don't want to. They just last and say ASUU. It's not ASUU. You are the students are the one. They have student union in Nigeria and Nigerian University. They are the one that will rise up and gather themselves and say no. And I bet you, if students should stand up today and block in Port Harcourt, Lagos, Abuja, Lagos, here, before you know it, block the major road, you will see the country hostage, you will see everything will settle immediately. I challenge the Nigerian Student Association Union to rise up now and go and do a protest, so that the federal government will wake up. But if it is only between ASUU and the federal government, it will be very, I believe they will settle, but it will take long.
I think the idea of reconciling this issue practically depends on the side of the government. The government signed this agreement with ASUU, and it will be responsible of them to find a way to fulfill that agreement. ASUU has less things to do in this. It was the government that signed, and government is a continuum. So the current president should not tell us that the previous president signed the agreement on behalf of the government. He took over from him, and it should continue from there.
Of course, yes, they will ever, because the children must go to school. Except they don't want to invest in Nigeria. Since there will be university in Nigeria, the school, it will ever resolve the problem. The problem must be solved.
They can never reconcile. Okay. The first thing remains that the government, most of the government officials we have now, went through free education then. But now the education now is not on the high side. The rich are getting richer while the poor are getting poorer. As for today now, there's no middle class again. You only have the rich and the poor. So it's neither you are rich or you are poor. So once you are poor, there's nothing, forget about education. That's why we see those the poor, they go and learn a trade, anything they want to do. But those that they are rich, that's why you see them, even though instead of their children to remain here, they fly them abroad because of this strike. And there's no way that you'll be in this country that there will not be strike in a year. And this strike has continued and to continue like that. So I don't think there's any solution to it.
Wow. Not really.
Okay.
Not really.
Why do you think so?
I think that's become a Nigerian thing. When I was in school, we had ASUU strike, so it's a culture now. Okay. So we either get used to it when you're signing up for school. You know that okay, you're going to use like 5 years, one for ASUU.
No. Okay, all right.
Okay. I think that's all.
I don't think so, because it's like a recurring decimal. Since when I was born, it has been going on, and I don't think it's going to end. Okay. Yeah. So, government will continue making promises to the lecturers, and the lecturers will not see anything. So I don't think it's going to end. It's not going to end.
Okay.
They should.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe the government, they know what to do. They are serious. As a country, the government needs to set the priority right. Our students can be at home, and the government is comfortable about it. Me personally, I don't think that is right. For a country that wants to develop, among other committee of nations in the world. So they should listen to ASUU, give ASUU what they want, so that our students can go back to school.
It's possible if the federal government can look into it. First thing first, this has lingered for a very long time, and the more things linger, it affects not only the students, it affects the society too. Why did I say it affects the society? Because the children that are supposed to graduate come into the society to make a positive impact are being delayed. So invariably, I think if the government should sit down, review every strategy that needs to be reviewed, they can actually work on it and stop what it is and maybe answer them. Because the truth is that the government is at fault. And because the government is at fault due to the fact that they had to sit down and maybe have a panel and resolve the issue once and for all, so that it will not linger again. The more it lingers, the more it affects the students and affects the society at large.
Solve their problem.
Obviously, it's supposed to be resolved very soon. But my point is this. What I was thinking the ASUU should do is, maybe because I believe they are organizing some meetings, some sitting with the federal government, yes, and it has not been resolved to a good result. Okay. But I believed maybe very soon, maybe federal government can just sit together and maybe reason within themselves and find a ways to ASUU issues. Because now, like maybe I think in your state, maybe in UI, there are some kind of like ASUU protest, student protest, as in they went to government houses to protest about the strike issues. Meanwhile, federal government also, they are seeing all this thing. So I believe maybe within a short of period, there should be a resolve in their strike.
I'm not sure of that, because the two of them has a mission. The federal government are not ready to release any of the money that the ASUUs have been asking for. So, and the ASUUs are not insisting on collecting their money. So, but the only major problem I'm having with it is that it is affecting the students' academics. So I don't know whether they can find another measure. ASUU cannot find another measure to collect money, because as I'm seeing it, this is Nigeria. Don't let us to lie to ourselves. These people will not, federal government will not give this money out. Why ASUU has to use a strategic measure that they know that it will affect the government, it will make the government to see that something is actually, they are actually meaning business with them. That's why they're involved in strike. So Nigeria, I don't even know. I don't know what to say about my country, but I believe something will happen soon. But as I'm seeing it, presently, this present Nigeria that we have, I don't think they are going to resolve this problem.
My opinion, no.
Okay.
Because when ASUU and the federal government fight, the students suffer.
Okay.
Why the people at the top,
okay,
they make their money from there. Like the union, okay, the ASUU leaders. Each meeting they hold with the federal government, they have allowances. So I don't think this issue will ever end.
They can never, because we have been passing through the problem for long, not today. Right from beginning after Abiola death, and if you can look into it, see that we lost Abiola, things are not in order. So our kids are not safe. Even we Nigeria, we are not safe. We are not safe. You can't walk. You can't just go out on your time you supposed. Even school self is not safe. Kidnapping everywhere. Yahoo boys, everybody is scared.
Well, I think it's going to actually take a very long time, because the government is not intentional about people development. So there's no way to predict if it's going to happen anytime soon or not. But if you ask me, I don't think it will ever be resolved, because the government always have this tendency to ignore things that matters. Yeah, so.
There you have it. You've heard from the mouth of Nigerians. And while many believe that there can be a reconciliation between both parties, many believe that there is nothing that can be done. It can't be resolved anytime soon. Because the government knows what to do, but they are just feeling reluctant about it. Should it really matter whose administration the agreements between ASUU and the government was signed? It doesn't matter. This has been a recurring issue. I mean, I met ASUU strike while I was in school, and some people are going to meet it. So I don't know why the government are just feeling reluctant to, respond to the demands of these people. They are doing a lot. They are training the future of tomorrow. So why should it be a problem? If you have an opinion contrary to what you have heard, drop a comment for us in the comment section. We'd like to hear from you. Thank you for watching all our videos. To get more interesting content like this, don't forget to subscribe and also follow us on various socials, Facebook and Instagram at ShutlipsTV. Also, we have an anonymous website where you can go to share your real life experiences and connect with people who have been in similar situations like yourself. Just go to www.shutlips.com. Sign up to the platform is completely easy and 100% free. This is ShutlipsTV. I'm Alamide Salah, better picking with better voice. Till we come your way next time, do stay safe.
Thank you.